Hi everyone, I'm here to do the first half of a book sale book haul, and I have like 24 books in this half to share, so I'm going to do it quickly. All of these books I got at a library book sale in April, and all the paperbacks were $1, and actually all of these I think were $1. Because they were all from the children's section, even though they're young adult. So I'm going to get started. So first I have Red by Allison Cherry, and this is about a girl who lives in this town where redheads are the most important people, and she's technically not a natural redhead, so she doesn't want anyone to find out that she's a bottle redhead, so that should be really, really good. I also got Imperfect Spiral by Debbie Levy, and this is about a girl who spends the summer taking care of a 5-year-old who gets hit by a car on their way home from the park, and how she deals with the aftermath of that and feeling super guilty, even though they say it wasn't her fault, but she has to deal with that. I also got You Wish by Mandy Hubbard, and this, I think I'm going to pick this up in June because it looks really cute. It's about a girl who, it's her 16th birthday and she's having the worst birthday, and so when she makes her wish, she wishes that all the wishes that she'd made came true, because nothing has ever come true for her, and then the next day, like, the first wish she ever made comes true, and then she starts, like, every day something that she's wished for comes true, and it's silly stuff in the beginning, like a life-size bright pink My Little Pony, so that looks really cute, and I think I'm gonna pick that up soon. I also got Out of Reach by Carrie Arcos, and this is about a girl whose brother is addicted to drugs, and he disappears, and she goes looking for him, and she doesn't have very much to go on, but she's trying to save him, so that sounds like a heartbreaker. I got Upside Down in the Middle of Nowhere by Julie LaManna, and this is about a girl who's turning 10, and Hurricane Katrina hits, and she has to realize, what just has to be brave, and she comes to realize, like, what it really means to be 10. She thought it was going to be this, fun, going to be wiser kind of thing, and she ends up having to, survive Hurricane Katrina and the aftermath, so that sounds really good. I got The Loop by Shandy Lawson, and this is about two kids who are stuck in this, like, Groundhog Day type thing, but they die every time, and they're trying to figure out how to change their fate but still be together, and so they finally come to the conclusion that they may have to be apart if they're gonna live, so that sounds good, and it's short, so I think I can read it pretty quickly. I also got Our Song by Jordana Freiberg, and this is about a girl who gets in a near fatal car accident and can't remember anything that happened, but she has this song that's in her head all the time, and then she meets this, like, handsome stranger, and she starts putting pieces back together, and I'm not sure if he's gonna have something to do with that, but that sounds really good too. I got School of Charm by Lisa Ann Scott. This is a middle grade book about a girl who lives with her mom. Her dad dies. She lives with her mom and her aunt, and her mom and her grandma, and she has to she ends up at this school of charm, so that's something I'll probably read with my daughter. I got Odessa Again by Dana Reinhardt, and this is about a girl who gets in an argument with her brother and gets sent to her room, and when she stomps really loudly, she goes back in time 24 hours, so I don't know if she can go back as many times as she wants, depending on how she stomps her foot, but that sounds really cute too. I got Burned by Ellen Hopkins, and this is a book written in verse, and I've not read anything by Ellen Hopkins, but this, for $1, I thought I'd try it out. I'm not really a verse person, kind of like to read books. I have trouble. I finished a book in May that was written in free verse. It was really hard to read. So we'll see how I like that. I got Switch by Tish Cohen, and this seems like kind of a modern day take on Freaky Friday, about a good girl who is like on the honor roll and headed for college, and somebody who is the daughter of a famous rock singer. And I'm not sure if they actually switch places or if they just imagine what it would be like to switch places, but that looks cute. I love Freaky Friday. I got Be With Me by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is about a girl who's in love with her big brother's best friend, but she has these plans for herself. She doesn't want to go there, but he, I think, is also in love with her, but doesn't want to go there, so I have a feeling they're going to go there. I got to Because It's in My Blood by Gabrielle Zevin. This is the second book to All These Things I've Done, which I have on my Kindle but have not read, so I'm not going to talk about that one. I got Live Through This by Mindy Scott, and this is about a girl who lives this seemingly perfect life, and then kind of secrets start to catch up with her, so that's going to be a good one. I got A Race to Splendor by C.G. Ware. And this takes place in 1906 in San Francisco after the earthquake, and it's about two women who are competing for power and fortune, and I'm not exactly sure how, but obviously only one of them can get it, but that looks really cute. I got Over You by Emma McLaughlin and Nicola Kraus, and I can't remember what this one is about. Oh, she's it's about a girl who gets her heart broken, and so she's trying to avoid this guy by kind of being the girl that everybody goes to when they get their heart broken, and the guy who broke her heart comes back into her life, and she's trying to avoid him, so she's not getting done the work she needs to. And so that's I love their books. They're always really cute. I love The Nanny Diaries. Is a great book. I also got My Beautiful Failure by Janet Ruth Young. And this is about a suicide hotline worker who kind of gets calls from the same girl a bunch of times, and she's getting more and more desperate, and so I think they kind of develop a relationship through the phone, talking and hopefully working through it. I got Before You Go by James Preller, and this is about somebody who wants to have a great summer before their senior year, and then something happens, and I don't know what that is, but this is also really short, so I think I can read that pretty quickly. I got The Astonishing Adventures of Fanboy and Goth Girl by Barry Lyga, and this just looks like a cute, fanboy having a tough time growing up and finally meets somebody who seems to understand him, and hopefully they can make it through the year together. I got Vengeance Bound by Justina Ireland, and this is about someone who gets in trouble, I guess, when she was 12, and she makes a deal with the Furies, and now she wants out, and the Furies don't want to let her move on, so we'll see how that one goes. I got The Different Girl by Jordan Dahlquist, and this is about 4 girls who live on some island, and their days are the same. I'm not sure if they're robots or how they're controlled, but then this girl shows up and she's very different, and it kind of makes these 4 girls question what's going on in their lives. So I got Magic in Manhattan, which is a bind-up of Bras and Broomsticks and Frogs and French Kisses by Sarah Mlynowski, and this just looks like a cute, fluffy read that I can hopefully get through quickly. That you need those every once in a while. I also got Wherever Nina Lies by Lynn Weingarten, and this is about a sister who goes missing, and the younger sister goes looking for her, on a road trip looking for her, with her crush. So that's it. Cover looks creepy, but it sounds cute. I'm not sure what happened to the older sister, but hopefully it's nothing bad. I got New Girl by Paige Harbison, and this is about a girl who goes to Manderley Academy, and nobody, I guess the only reason she has this spot is because some other girl went missing, and so nobody kind of wants to talk to her, and she just feels totally invisible, except for this guy who is the missing girl's ex-boyfriend or boyfriend. So that sounds good and creepy. And yeah, I also got Blood Wounds by Susan Beth Pfeffer, who wrote the Life as We Knew It series, and I've read the first one of those, and I need to read the others. But this is about a girl who her life is fine, and then she finds out that her father killed his other family and is now coming after her and her mother. So that's going to be crazy, and this cover is totally creeps. I got Through to You by Emily Hainsworth, and this is about a guy whose girlfriend dies, and then he visits the site of where she died, and there's like this other girl who lives in this alternate kind of universe where his girlfriend is, and so he starts kind of living in both worlds, and it comes to a point where he has to decide if he's gonna live in the real world without her or live in this alternate world. So this is a romantic sci-fi thriller, so that should be interesting. I got To This Side of Jealousy, which is an innocence novel, and which I have and have not read, and I don't know what this is about, but that looks really good. Then the last two are Think Twice by Lisa Scottoline. I have a lot of her books. They're really good. This is about sisters that like one impersonates the other, and I think she's the bad sister, so that will be thrilling. And then lastly, I got Her Mother's Shadow by Diane Chamberlain, and this is about 3 women of different generations and kind of how they learn to deal with each other and their losses and move on. So that looks really good too. I have a lot of Diane Chamberlain's books. Not read very many, but they're really good. So that's it for part 1, and I will be back soon with part 2 of this book sale book haul. Thanks, and see you later.